Welcome back to Eyes Open, the show where we delve into and recreate the eyes of the movie monsters and creatures we all know and love. My name is Mark, and today we're looking at the eyes from 1981's The Howling. The 80s kicked off the slasher craze, but also gave us plenty of werewolf films. This is from director Joe Dante, who directed the original Piranha that received that 3D remake that we looked at on last week's episode. For The Howling, Rick Baker was originally going to do the makeup effects, but then he left to go do the effects on American Werewolf in London, leaving the effects for The Howling in the hands of Rob Bottin. Both films released in 1981, with The Howling in April and American Werewolf released a few months later in August. Both received praise for their makeup effects and transformation scenes. Today we'll be looking at that transformation and recreating, you guessed it, those eyes. So let's go ahead and get our eyes open on The Howling. With The Howling, television newswoman Karen White, played by Dee Wallace, has a near-deadly encounter with a serial killer. Afterwards is sent to a remote mountain resort, whose residents are, yep, they some werewolves. Karen runs into the serial killer she thought was dead, but turns out, yeah, he's a werewolf too. Shit, goddamn. For the transformation scene, they used makeup effects on the real actor, and Rob Bottin sculpted a whole bunch of heads. So mechanical heads, mechanical nails, and cut back and forth between that and the real actor. The filmmaker's goal were to show the first transformation scene with no cuts. Prior to this, the general technique was lap dissolves that changed makeup over hours and dissolve all pictures to turn the character into a wolf. Starting of the scene using a traditional frame rate of 24 frames per second, then drop down to 12 frames per second to have a fastness or slow it down at various parts of the transformation. Another effect used was something called the bladder effect, which was a technique using small airbags and taped them under a latex mask.
I didn't know that the bags would be condoms. You know, new ones.
After showing the close-up footage of the werewolf head attacking, they were able to go back to Embassy, who were impressed with the footage, to give a little bit more money to the budget, so they can build a full suit for an actor to be in the scene. The whole special makeup effects team credited did some top-notch work for the time. And those contact lens effects? Oh hell yeah. This movie is full of up-close shots of some crazy-ass looking eyes. From bloodshot, pale white, and some intense-ass looking green. With all this talk about eye color, let's go ahead and check out those eyes.
Where's Bill? He's one of us.
Every time we brought you up to us, our secret was set.
It's wonderful, Karen. When I was first bitten, I fought against it. So did Jerry. Then we found the doctor. He helped us. He helped us to adjust. You see, Karen, he understands all about the gift. He knows how to use it, how to control it.
You'd have to go back. There's still time if you accept the gift.
Oh, much more than that, bright boy. Much more. Silver bullets.
Silver bullets.
A secret society exists and is living among all of us.
And there you go, eyeballs from The Howling. Upon release, The Howling did incredibly well and was met with great reviews and turned out a lot of sequels. Joe Dante stated Steven Spielberg saw The Howling and then casted Dee Wallace for E.T., and Joe would eventually go on to direct The Gremlins. So shit, all worked out pretty well in my opinion. The Howling does have a great visual look. The gritty city cinematography and the backlighting of the fog, the always great Dee Wallace, the best news broadcast you'll ever see, and of course those makeup effects. And something else I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, them eyeballs. Next week's episode starts off the first week of October, and we have a full month of eyes to get into the fall spirit. Starting first with Vampire Eyes from Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in Interview with a Vampire. Then the following week we'll be heading back to our favorite machete-wielding slasher with another set of eyes from Jason in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. The third week of October we'll be looking at some more Vampire Eyes in Tobe Hooper's Salem's Lot. Then we're getting to the eyes from Linda Blair in the absolute classic, The Exorcist. Finally, for the last week of October, how could we not look at the eyes from the King of October himself, Michael Myers, with the Blumhouse sequel to the original in Halloween 2018. So be on the lookout starting next week and, keep your eyes open.